is Tatiana, and today I'm going to tell you how you can catch or find a dinosaur egg, or at least how I found one. As you all know, I tried really hard in a recent live stream of Stardewvalley to catch a dinosaur egg using the fishing method, which is just kind of maxing out your fishing level until you find treasure chest. I think it's called the pirate level. Maxing it out so that you can have treasure chests pop up most times while you're fishing. You have a much higher percentage of getting them, and in those treasure chests is a chance for a dinosaur egg. Now, this is not the way that I got the dinosaur egg in the end. I actually had to just completely switch gears. I also think I was doing it wrong. Like, you can see I ate Lucky Lunch, which makes no sense because, like, that's really for mining. That's where it works best. I also wasn't checking how lucky the days were when I checked the weather. Or like you check the TV, check all those things. Those are all very important factors into knowing like how good your luck is that day and what your chances are of finding an egg. So scrap the fishing method. What I decided to do was the skull cavern method, which I'll tell you about in a minute. So without further ado, let's jump in and get you that dinosaur egg. So the skull cavern method, let me explain what that is first. The skull cavern method is kind of like going into the skull cavern and just kind of dropping levels until you get to a level called the prehistoric level. And this level has a ton of dinosaurs, a ton of different mobs in there, and you have to basically take out all the mobs before you can drop down again. So you kind of want to use the bombs, which I'm going to show you, to kind of quickly jump down while also eating foods that will make you luckier and make it easier for you to drop down. I don't remember the exact chances of you finding this level, but as long as the day is really lucky. So make sure you check your TV, make sure you check the TV, see if it's a lucky day, eat the right food, and make sure you have the right tools and weapons, and you should be able to do this. I did this in like about 25 minutes to 25 to 30 minutes. I did this. So the first thing that I did was go to get my weapons and things I would need, like bombs. I don't recommend cherry bombs for this because they don't have a very wide blast radius. Something like a regular bomb or even mega bombs, which is what I decided to buy. Though I am like really far in this save file, so I have quite a bit of gold. So I was able to just go and like spend a ton of money on these mega bombs, which I actually only ended up using about like 30. I think it's even less. I didn't use that many, so keep that in mind, that you don't need a ton. So and that also depends on your luck. Let's be honest, like for me, it was a lucky day. I had a lot of good factors, so I didn't use too many, but in your case, it may be a little different, right? Because it's randomized. So I recommend taking as many bombs as you can, whether they're regular bombs or mega bombs, because they have a wider blast radius, and that's going to clear a lot of rocks and things like that to find ladders really quickly. And that's what you kind of want to do, is just kind of drop the levels as fast as you can in the skull cavern. So here I'm kind of clearing my inventory, just making sure I have the right foods with me. I wasn't sure at this time kind of like exactly what foods I wanted to bring, but I landed on Lucky Lunch and getting the cactus fruit, because if you get a really good star, like gold star up of that fruit, you're actually going to have like it's going to heal you quite a bit. So I tried to get some of those because they're really quick to just pop, and then also take some Lucky Lunch and clear out just anything else I didn't need, because while you're doing this in the mines, you're going to pick up a lot of things like that. This is kind of like how I did the skull cavern. I just kind of bombed my way all the way down and collected tons of iridium, tons of just resources, because everything kind of blows up and goes to you if you have a magnet ring. So if you have a magnet ring, this is also going to help you out to collect a lot of resources. So after you check the weather and see how good your luck is, make sure your luck is good. You get your bombs and your, the weapons you need. You clear out your inventory and you get your cactus fruit or your lucky lunch for sure, but whatever other thing you want to use to just boost your health really quickly. Get those things. Go to Bam, get on the bus, and go to the Calico Desert. So you can get to the skull cavern. So from here, if you don't know where the skull cavern is, you just kind of go up. dinosaurs are, you have to be below level 5. So right now we're on level 2. These things, I hate these things, dude. These things, they're so annoying. But here, as you see, we got a hole, which took us down 3 levels, so now we're already on level 5. So that's why Lucky Lunch is so good to have, and having a lucky day, it just brings your chances up much higher. So I'm kind of fixing my inventory here because I realized it wasn't, switching wasn't as quick as I wanted it to be between weapon and bomb and things like that. So here I just started bombing things up. You can even collect stuff from the sand. See, there's like a ladder. It's just so quick using bombs, and this is why I said cherry bombs wouldn't work, because imagine if you put a cherry bomb down, that radius is way too small and it's just not worth using those. So using regular bombs or mega bombs is the best way to go. It's the best way to clear rocks and minerals and everything as quick as you can, and then you're also collecting them at the same time, which is the best part. So even as you just saw, sometimes enemies will drop bombs as well while you're down there. So if you're getting low and you didn't bring too many, sometimes you actually can get lucky and more will come to you. So see, we're even getting like super geodes, like you get a ton of stuff doing this. So as you can see, there is a dinosaur, so I'm immediately running. This is not a prehistoric level, but I was like, you know, it could drop a dinosaur egg. I was so excited. So here I'm just eating some cactus, just like, you know, the best part about eating is it actually freezes the game, so you can eat just before an enemy hits you even, and you know, you're gonna be okay. The worst part for me here is I'm so bad at running away from the blast radius on my bomb. I take a lot of damage from my own bomb. See, it didn't drop anything. I was kind of like, I didn't expect it to, but I just wanted to see if it would. You really have to get to the prehistoric level to like get some eggs, and you can actually get multiple dinosaur eggs. So look, we got another hole, so now we can jump down another couple levels. So this one fell 4, which is really good. So we're already at level 13, and it's only been a couple minutes, and we're making really, really good time. So just jumping down, find the ladder. My goal was to find the ladder before these like dragon things find me. These things are the worst. Like, I just don't like them. They make this loud like noise, and then they just suddenly are coming at you, and they take so much of your health if they touch you. So don't let those things touch you. Try to get out of the mine as quick as possible, or try to fight them. But it's, you know, weapons that you start out with are definitely not going to work. Like, I don't think you can like go in here until you have some really good weapons. Like, invest in good swords and stuff like that, because these things take a minute to get rid of. Like, I have a really good sword in the game, and it takes me a couple hits to really get them. So, you know, just be wary of that it could take some time, and you want to keep your health bar up as long as you can, so you can make it as many levels down as you can. So here I'm just, the slimes got in the way, but you know what, as long as I got to the ladder, I didn't even care. And see, the coolest part is here, like, I'm gonna start just collecting things as I walk around, you know. And this part I got in a pickle. I was so sure I was not gonna make it. So again, eat your cactus fruit or whatever secondary. It could be a cooked meal or whatever item you want to also eat. I'm sure you can stack. I think you can stack stats. So I could have eaten something with extra health or extra like extra shield, but I don't know. I just didn't. I'm just kind of lazy. Like, I'm just lazy about it. So as soon as you get rid of the dragon, like, just keep bombing, ignore the slimes, like, they're not that big of a deal. Those big slimes I only dealt with was because they were in my way in that tunnel. But other than that, like, you know, you don't really need to worry about it. Look, we got another hole to drop down. So you just keep going, and that is because we have Lucky Lunch. So I took a couple of those, but I'm not using them as health. You might notice I'm strictly using those if it were to run out. See, we got another one. We fell 7 levels. So now we're on level 28, which gets rougher. You kind of want to be quick. And, you know, because these mummies are walking around, you don't want to touch those. Just focus on getting down. Don't let the enemies distract you, because you're going to take damage, and it's just going to take way longer to get to your goal, you have a way higher chance of getting injured. I wanted to just make sure that was full, because in my mind I was like, every single bit of health counts right now. And so that guy got hit, and it dropped a ladder, which was great. So, you know, for me, I ignored that because I already have that. You can always stop there. Feel free to stop there if you've never been this far, or, you know, we're already on level 37, which is crazy. And we've done it, like, the way I was doing the Skull Cavern before was ridiculous. Like, it was not good. It was not good. I was doing it like a regular mine, and then I was watching a video of someone playing Stardewvalley, and the guy was just walking around the Skull Cavern like he owned the place. And he was doing this, he was just bombing stuff, and I was like, what in the world? I'd never seen someone do that. And then I did it, and that night I beat the Skull Cavern using this method, and I was like, what was I even doing before? So I highly recommend doing this. It's the best way to get down here. Like, it's not, because I thought it would be stairs. I used to try to collect stone for stairs and just make 100 stairs down, but no. The bombing is the best way to collect resources, to just, you know, it's the best way. So here we go, level 42, and we finally hit the prehistoric level. So this is what it looks like, and as you can see, everything here is like that moth was green. So all of these enemies have to be taken out, so take out all the little ones. I didn't realize they would be in here because I've never seen this. I've only seen this level once, and I never realized what it was. I think I made stairs and left it. I can't believe I did that, but it is what it is. So here is where you kind of have to be careful. The dinosaurs will do that fire thing, and the fire hurts you. You know, you can get around it pretty quickly, but you just kind of want to take out all the dinosaurs, and eventually, see, I checked, it didn't drop anything, and then I was like, oh, my inventory's full. So I just started throwing stuff out. You want your inventory at this point to have at least one slot for the dinosaur egg. And there you go. We just got one. I was so excited. There we go. A dinosaur egg. So now that you got your dinosaur egg, you can kind of finish everything in here. I actually ended up getting 2 eggs from in here. And then you can, you know, make sure you keep eating, keep your health up. And if you want, you can continue or you can leave. I left because all I came down here for was these dinosaur eggs. Now you're gonna see it say, give dinosaur egg to Gunther. I cannot stress this enough. Do not, listen to me, do not give this to Gunther. Do not give it to him. Take it into your deluxe coop. Make sure you have a deluxe coop. If you don't save the egg, just don't give it to Gunther until you've incubated one. Okay, if you get 2, give 1 to Gunther and keep 1. But I repeat, if you only get 1, do not give it to Gunther, because it takes some time for these things to spawn. It's not guaranteed every time. This day, that for me was extremely lucky. You know, this I think is the best method to do this if you have the right items. But like, if you give that egg to Gunther, like, he obviously doesn't give it back. You can't incubate it to get the dinosaur in your coop. So you have to have a deluxe coop so you can incubate, which means just putting the egg inside of the thing so it hatches. And that's the biggest advice I can give you for this entire video, is do not give that egg to Gunther. In one of my saves, I found this egg by accident, not even in this prehistoric level. I just found it fishing, and I gave it to Gunther, and I did not know I could incubate it. So in this game, this is my first time running across the eggs and prehistoric stuff, which could be why I had a higher chance of finding it. But please don't give that thing to Gunther, okay? Incubate it, which is actually what we are about to do. So here we go. I decided which coop I wanted it in. I've actually decided I want one whole coop just for dinosaurs, or interesting animals. So I'm actually considering, I'm not gonna lie, since I recorded this, I have begun doing this, widening out my area where my animals are, so they can be more comfortable and have way more space. So that's my plans for my farm. So that for changing, but I just wanted to incubate the dinosaur egg because I was so excited. So there we go. We've incubated one. So I waited 7 days, and then I came back because it said I had a hatchling. See, a new baby lizard hatched. So excited about this, and I decided to name it my baby Littlefoot, because I really liked The Land Before Time when I was a kid. I really liked Littlefoot, and that's what I decided to name my first dinosaur. So Littlefoot, I don't know if that's too much, but Littlefoot has joined the farm and is now part of our family, and I am just so excited to have Littlefoot. I'm excited for Littlefoot to have more friends, more dinosaur friends, and have a whole group of just these cute dinosaurs on my farm, because they're just adorable. They're so cute, and they will grow. I think they grow as big as the adults you saw in the skull cavern, so they do get quite big. So they start out very cute and tiny and cute. But yeah, so that is Littlefoot. She is welcome onto my farm, onto our new home, and that is how I got a dinosaur egg. And I hope, I don't know, I'm not a professional, but I hope any of this advice from what I learned trying to get a dinosaur helps you out. Like, look, we even got a prismatic shard. Like, you can get so much stuff doing this in the skull cavern. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it's not the typical